We've all got that feeling. I can see you hurting. You don't think you deserve it, but baby, you are worth it. Just open up the ceiling. Come on, let the love in, 'cause baby, you are worth it. Easier said than done, trying to be the one. It's so hard to not be hard on yourself. How do they all believe? I cannot even see the belief that I had way back when. I know that you get so used to it, always living in regret. Your dreams never left your head, but when you talk to me, I can see the light shining, so bright that it is blinding. Just let it out. Oh, I know you feel it, that automatic shiver in your spine, shiver in your spine. Darkness, you have seen it, heavy on the heart, look to the light. Oh, release the feeling, it'll send you out to space, nothing like a happiness. Oh, open up the ceiling. You think you don't deserve it, but you are so damn worth it, baby. You think you don't deserve it, but you are so damn worth it, baby. You think you don't deserve it, but you are so damn worth it, baby. We've all got that feeling. I can see you hurting. You don't think you deserve it, but baby, you are worth it. Just open up the ceiling. Come on, let the love in, 'cause baby, you are worth it. Oh, I know you feel it, that automatic.
There we go. Uh-oh, let me see. Here we go. Hello, everyone. Hello. It's so good to be here. I am so happy to start this challenge. I am Christy Latre, and I am glad to be here. You are in the right place at the right time. This is the Master Your Body, Feel Good, and Look Amazing 5-day challenge. All right, so you guys, we are going to be here for 5 days, and every day at 3 o'clock, we're going to come on and we are going to participate. All right. Now, I had something in the Healthy Tribe room, and you guys were supposed to introduce yourselves, and nobody introduced themselves to win that beanie. I guess nobody wanted the beanie, huh? But you still have a chance because it's still on the page. Just put a quick hello. We see who you are. And then just say why you're here, why you're doing this challenge today, okay? These videos are going to be on. So if you can't stay the whole time, I understand. Or if you need to come back and review it, you can do that as well. I did not mute my phone. Let me put do not disturb on right now. Okay. So plan on being here about 30 minutes each day, guys, okay? Now, in case you don't know me, I'm Christy Latre. I am a MetaFitness guru, and I have traveled from Los Angeles to Dubai, empowering people to align their mind, their body, their spirit, to become healthy, to become fit, and to love themselves. And more than anything, I've just found through my experience in life that that's my true mission. I just love feeling good, looking good. I've had a great health and fitness journey. And as people come to me, it's just my way of giving back in a way. And it's just my way of making me feel that I have something to give to this world. And I know from my own personal experience, when I look good, feel good, when I'm healthy, when I'm fit, I'm more confident, I'm more happy, and other people are too. And the more happy and healthy people that we have in this world, then I feel it spreads like wildfire, right? And it makes the world a better place. And I want to be a part of that. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing this. Now, many people have come and they asked me throughout the years, I don't feel so good. I want more energy. I want to lose weight. How can I lose this belly? Which diet is the best diet? What should I be doing? And there's so much information out here. And I'm always wondering, why don't we know what to do? And the truth is, there's so much marketing and information out here, so much misinformation, but this should be a really simple thing. And so I teach the methods that are simple, that are lifestyle based, that you can do on a long-term basis. I'll teach you how to eat where you can maintain eating this way for life. I'll show you how to move where you can maintain doing that for life. Teach you how to think where you can maintain doing that for life. And as we become more consistent in all these things, we get results. It's just the way life goes. Now, one of my biggest missions, I want to let you know, is to empower 1 million people to improve their health and their fitness internally and externally. That's my mission. And so that's another reason why I am here and why I'm doing this. Just to give you a background about my story, I haven't always been fit. I haven't always been healthy. I have not always been where I am today as you look at me. And so when I was younger, people used to tell me all the time, you're so skinny, you're so skinny. And I hated being skinny, but they were like, you can eat whatever you want and you will never gain weight. And so that was instilled in my head since I was young. And I decided to eat whatever I wanted, you know, and I ate so badly, guys. I ate pizza all the time. French fries was my favorite. Taco Bell was my absolute favorite. All of these things I constantly ate and I didn't gain weight. However, when I was 20 years old, when I was in college, I went to the doctor. I just had a basic physical. And in this exam, my doctor told me that I had high cholesterol. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, high cholesterol? And first of all, is it a big deal? And he said, yeah, it's a big deal. If you don't take care of this, then you're going to be on medicine. That's one thing I knew I did not want, was to be on medicine at the age of 20. In this physical, I was in such bad shape, you guys. I never exercised. I was in such bad shape, I could not even touch my toes. And to make matters worse, when he said I had high cholesterol, I had no idea what to do. So he said, look, you're young. All you need to do is eat better, eat some vegetables, you know, add some veggies to your diet and start moving more. And so that's exactly what I did. At the time, I didn't like vegetables. The only vegetables I liked was corn and green beans. And so that's what I did. I added corn and green beans and I took away the French fries, not totally, but let's say I ate French fries because it was available in the cafeteria every day. I used to eat French fries at least 5 days a week. So I dropped it down to about 2 or 3 times a week. And I also started moving. So I remember going to the student gym with my friends and we had no idea. I had no idea what to do, but we would walk around the track. I would try to jog around the track. I would be so out of breath. I couldn't believe how out of shape I was. I didn't even know what being in shape was back then. And then when I was thinking about lifting weights, I didn't know where to start. But what I would do, I would look around the gym and I would see who looks like they know what they're doing. And I would position myself to where I could see them. And I would just copy what they did. Like if they look like they look good, they look like they knew what they were doing, I would just copy what they were doing. Okay, we're doing bicep curls now. All righty, we're doing this. I can do this. So that was my first experience with trying to do better with my health. I went back to the doctor about 3 months later. And to my surprise, my cholesterol went down. I didn't have to be on medicine for the rest of my life. At least that's what I thought, you know. I said, once you start on medicine, people are on it forever. And I just didn't want that for my life. So I made that change. And the doctor said, you did good. you don't have high cholesterol anymore. So at this point, I had a choice. I could go back to what I was doing, or I could keep going and doing what I was doing. But I was so mesmerized with the results I had. I just thought, wow, our bodies are truly amazing. I just made some small changes. And when I went to the gym, you guys, it was about 3 days a week, 2 or 3 days a week. That's it. I just added a little bit more and I was hoping for the best. I didn't know what I was doing. And so, just to come to find out, doing that small thing made such a big health difference for me. I knew I had to keep going. And I learned two things from that experience. One, I am the master of my body. I am the master of my health. What I do matters. That was the biggest epiphany that I had. And two, it was just the confidence that I had because I was always skinny and I didn't really have any shape. And then exercising, it just made me feel stronger. I didn't really see too many results like physically, but I just felt stronger. My body felt better and it made me more confident. So I knew that I had to keep going. I knew I wanted to keep going. I knew that this was like, this is how it's going to be. I'm going to start working out now and I'm going to, oh, the eating part, I still wasn't there yet. Okay. So over the years, this is when I was 20. I'm 45 now. So it's been 25 years. This has been a 25-year journey. And in this time, I never dieted. I don't like diets. Counting macros. I remember when I was in school to be a personal trainer, I was learning how to count macros and I was thinking, who wants to live their life counting macros? And then I met so many people along the way who count every single calorie and every single macro. Macros being how much protein, how much carbohydrates, and how much fat you're eating. Those are the macronutrients in our diet. And I wasn't competing for anything. So I was like, I'm not doing this. Why would I want to do this? But I've been more so what you would call an intuitive eater. And that just means you go by feel. Intuitively, you know when foods are good or bad or what have you. And you know how much you want to eat and you stop when you want to stop. Now, I'm not saying I do this all the time, but that's pretty much how I have been eating. Because sometimes, especially along the journey of 25 years, yeah, I've overeaten. Okay. I have not been the best. But that just goes to show that you don't have to be perfect to be on this journey. All right. Hello, everyone coming into the room. All right. Oh, somebody said 45 minus 20. I'll take it. Thank you so much. But no, for real, it's 45. So no diets, no anything like that. And I'm going to teach you guys during the next 5 days 4 habits. All right. 4 habits that have gotten me to this point of being fit, of being healthy over the years. And it's just not me. Other people who you see that are pretty much healthy, fit, they maintain their weight throughout the years. They know the secret, which really isn't a secret, but the fitness industry wants us to believe that there's this big secret. There's these things that you have to do. But when I tell you, all you have to do is consistently do 4 things, and they're simple. You will be amazed at the results that you get. It's not as hard as we make it out to be. It's not as difficult or as challenging as we make it out to be. Now, I will say this. It takes one thing. And this one thing I had in the beginning because the stakes were high with my cholesterol. That one thing is commitment. So before you go any further, before you even fool yourself into thinking, I'm going to do this challenge, you have got to decide. It's a decision. You've got to decide to commit to your health and your fitness. I got a story for you. So there was a chicken and there was a pig. They were friends and they were walking down the road. And the chicken is looking around and he's like, you know what, pig? I'm thinking about opening a restaurant and I want you to be my partner. And the pig says, oh, yeah? What's the name of this restaurant? Chicken says, bacon and eggs. Pig thinks about it for a minute. Then he comes back and he says, nah, that's okay, I'll pass. Because I'd be committed, but you would only be interested. So y'all get it that the pig would have to lay out and be slaughtered and give everything to this restaurant, while the chicken just has to lay a few eggs here and there, and he's got some interest in it. So I'm not telling you to slaughter yourself, but I'm saying be all in, okay? Commitment means being all in. There's no looking back. There's no turning back. There's no I did it wrong, maybe I should stop. It's none of that. Once you commit, stay the distance. Stay committed. So if you're committed, let me hear you. Well, I won't hear you. Let me see you in the chat. Just put I'm committed. Can you do that? I'm committed. Anybody? Everybody? Yes, put it in the chat. Even if you're looking later, at this point when you see this, I want you to put in the chat, I'm committed. Okay? So we are going to, okay, I got some committed people. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Be committed. Be committed to all of it. The good, the bad, the ugly, the process of it all. Just commit to yourself. Once you're committed, you know the results will come. But first, commit. Commit to learning, commit to falling, commit to the wins, the losses, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. Commit to it. Okay, so today we're going to go over one of the 4 habits, all right? And this is the most important habit of them all, the most important one. If you don't get this one, then none of the rest will work. Like you'll sometimes get results and sometimes not. And this is probably why if you've ever gotten any type of fitness results, it's because of this. All right. If you ever gotten any kind of health result, it's because of this. But sometimes we fall in and out of it. Sometimes we're in, sometimes we're out. So if you're looking in your workbook, you can fill that out or you can write on a piece of paper. However you want to do it is fine. The first habit is master my mindset. All right. Now, I know we've heard a lot about mindset over time here and there. People are always talking about mindset. But what does it mean to be the master of your mindset? Well, it means you, no matter what, all right, when you master your mindset, you have a way of looking at life. All right. And even when sometimes you don't look at it like that, like the old way creeps in, you go right back to this way that you look at life. It's the way you frame your life. So when I was growing up, I always wanted a curvy body, right? I wanted to look like Jessica Rabbit. I don't know what I would do with all that body, but I wanted to look like Jessica Rabbit, and I looked like a beanpole. I was just straight up and down. And I remember when I started working out, I was like, ooh, I wonder, like, can I get a bigger butt? Can I get a smaller waist? Like I wanted all of these external things once I got into working out. But you know, the truth of the matter is I'm not going to look like Jessica Rabbit. It's just not the way my body is shaped. And a lot of times we look at other people's bodies and we pine after wanting our butt to look like this, wanting our stomach to look like that, wanting our legs to be longer than they are, what have you. You know, it's just things that are pretty much not going to be in the cards for us. But what we can do is we can be the healthiest version of ourselves that we can be, the fittest version of ourselves that we can be. And thinking about mindset, it's just sometimes you want something, and then when you think you're not going to get it, you might sabotage yourself and just stop. Or you want something and you're getting the results, and all of a sudden you sabotage yourself and you stop. You do the opposite. maybe you have a mistake one day and you're eating ice cream or something like that, and you're really down on yourself. And then after that, it's just downhill after that. Well, mindset comes in when we think about how we feel about ourselves, how we feel about whether or not we can totally do it, or if we think we can't do it. All right. And so, reframing these conditions is so important. And mindset, the way that we create a better mindset is just what we put in. We have to really be conscious of the thoughts that we're thinking, because those thoughts turn into how we feel about ourselves, and how we feel about ourselves turns into the actions that we have on an everyday basis. All right. I want to read this story to you. All right. It's the story of this Cherokee brave. All right. You guys, some of you might have heard the story before. So one evening, an elderly Cherokee brave told his grandson about the battle that goes on inside the minds of every person. Okay. He said, "My son, the battle is between two wolves inside us all. One is evil. It's anger, it's envy, jealousy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego." Think about that. Think about that, guys. Anger. How many times are we angry with ourselves? How many times have you been angry with yourself? "Oh, you're so stupid. Why'd you do that?" Like talking to ourselves like that, just being upset over anything. It could be any mistake that you made, or just not being where you think you should be in life, or "Here I go again. I said I was gonna exercise today and I didn't do it." And you just get angry with yourself. Have you ever been envious or jealous? Have you ever, like, we're human. Of course you get jealous. Of course we get jealous. And jealousy is just looking at someone and they have something that you think you can't have. They have something you think you cannot have, right? Sorrow, greed, arrogance, all of that. All right. So that's one, right? And the other is good. It is joy. It is peace. It is love. It is kindness, humility, benevolence, compassion, truth, faith. The grandson thought about it for a minute and he asked, "Well, which wolf wins?" The Cherokee replied, "The one you feed." Okay? The one you feed. So we all have a battle of these two wolves inside of us, right? And the one that wins is the one we feed. So we have to be conscious of the thoughts that we think. And we can consciously put new thoughts into our mind. All right? We can consciously replace the old thoughts with the new. We can constantly let those thoughts go and hold on to the ones that we want. Now, I have a question for you, and this is in your workbook. All right. I want to know which one of these beliefs aligns with you. Which one aligns with you the most? All right. I have two things that I'm going to ask you, and I want to know which one is the one you think the most about yourself. One, I can learn to be healthy, fit, and have the body I want by creating healthy habits in my life. Now, be honest. Be honest. Second one, all right, number two, there are certain obstacles like my genetics, age, or physical limitations and ailments that make it impossible for me to ever have the health, fitness, or body I want. Now, which one of those most aligns with you? Take a minute and think about it. The first one is I can learn to be fit, healthy, and have the body I want by creating healthy habits in my life. Or two, there are certain obstacles like my genetics, age, physical limitations, and ailments that make it impossible for me to ever have the health, fitness, or body that I want. All right. So, depending on how you answered this question, is depending on where your mindset is right now. All right. The first one would be a growth mindset. And a growth mindset means that you have a mindset that believes that you can learn, it's very malleable, and you are flexible in your thoughts. All right. And in your thoughts of yourself and what you can do. And the second one would be a fixed mindset. Now, fixed mindset is more so like I was born this way and this is the way it is. And it's difficult to shift, right? Because you believe that the way you are is the way that it is. And so a lot of times if you have a fixed mindset, I come across people who are adults and they'll tell me, "Oh, yeah, I don't like broccoli. Like I've never liked broccoli since I was 3 years old. I didn't like it and I still don't." And I just say, "Oh, so we're letting the 3-year-old run our 40-year-old life. We don't want to do that." So shifting into a growth mindset is necessary and you can do it. You can shift into a growth mindset, team, okay? So with this, with our fix and our growth mindset, this brings me to our challenge for the day, all right? So our challenge for today is to one, commit to your health and your fitness. All right. Commit to your health and your fitness because we know that if we really want to change, we have to commit. When we're not committed, we don't get the results. When we're committed, we get the results. And commitment could look like I don't care how long it takes. I'm going to stay in it until I get what I want. All right. Until it happens. Do you have that kind of commitment? How long does it take? We see these transformations online, and a lot of times I'm questioning them. And a lot of times I'm really worried about what it's putting out into the world because we live in a society, a fast food society, guys, where we think we're just going to start the workout and then the next week we're going to be like super slim and fit. Okay, maybe 6 weeks later. It's like, oh yeah, I'm losing 50 pounds in 6 weeks. Guys, that is not sustainable if it does happen. All right. It's not sustainable. That's not the way you want to do it. And a lot of times it's just not real. It's just not real a lot of times. So, this transformation that I'm going to guide you on is a transformation for life. It's a transformation that you will be able to maintain. Okay. You'll be able to maintain it. So, one, commit to yourself, your health and fitness. Two, identify with having a growth mindset. Identify with having a growth mindset. So just know when we have a growth mindset, it doesn't mean that challenges and obstacles are not going to pop up in our life. It doesn't mean that at all. It just means that we're on this journey of growth. And when we fall and we get back up, then we're creating more toughness. Um, we're creating more of what we need to make it through the long run because when you're learning something new, it's never just going to be smooth sailing. When you're learning something new, you have to go through the ups and the downs. And that way you are creating that tough skin that you need. You're creating the experience as well that you need so that your mind will shift and your mind will change. Because when you go through something, you create memory, right? You create that memory, and then you have something to pull from that gives you evidence that you actually can change, that you can shift and you can grow. And So this is the main thing. We're going to create an I am statement. When we're changing our mindset, it's so important to put the good stuff in, right? So when we're putting the good stuff in, we need to put in how we want to be. How do you identify yourself? You might already identify yourself as being fit and healthy, and that's cool. Add a little bit more to it, okay? Because you're here for a reason, because you need a refresh, you just need a little motivation or something. So create an I am statement that you can identify with. And during those times when you're falling, when you don't feel like it, when it seems like you're not getting results, you refer back to your I am statement, okay? I am a fit, healthy, and happy woman. That's my I am statement. Actually, my I am statement is I am a wealthy, healthy, happy, and fit woman. That's my I am statement. So create your I am statement that just reminds you, that gives you that baseline to go to when things are looking a little grim. Now, when you do these I am statements, believe it. Say it every day, as many times as you can, and believe it. That's the thing. All right. If you're not believing it, don't say it. But when you want to do this when you're feeling good. All right. And sometimes, okay, if you're in a slump and you say, I am, just let it be a reminder and see if you can find something to really fill it out to where you believe it when you say it. And you're like, you know what? I'm not mad at myself anymore. I'm not stupid. I actually am a wealthy, healthy, fit, and happy woman. So that's how we use that I am statement. You do this every single day. So guys, on this journey, we're going to create small wins. Like I said, we're going to go through 4 simple habits. I'm going to teach you those 4 simple habits, and we're going to have challenges every single day around those habits, and you're going to get a quick win, okay? So for the next 24 hours, I want you to, in the next hour, I want you to create your I am statement. And then the next 23 of those hours, except when you're sleeping, you can think it before you go to sleep. I want you to remind yourself and recite it. You can recite it mentally, you can recite it externally, but I want you to recite your I am statement, and I want you to feel it, because it means nothing if you don't believe it, if you don't feel it. Okay? Believe it and feel it, team. And do I have any questions or anything? I don't see anything in the comments right now. But you guys, we are going to be back tomorrow at 3. And I want you to report, like, really, team, I need y'all to participate, okay? So in the comment section under this video, by tomorrow, I want to see some action in there. I want to see what your I am statement is. If you're willing to share it, put it in the comment section. And let me know if it's made any shift or change in your life just by doing it for 24 hours. Let me know that, okay? And like I said earlier, there's a beanie up for grabs. So if someone goes under there and introduces themselves, you're entered into a drawing for a beanie. And today, if you do the homework, you're entered into a drawing for a Healthy Tribe t-shirt, which I will be wearing tomorrow, okay? Entered to win that. So make sure you participate. And remember, health, like the mindset, is one part of this puzzle of health and fitness. It's just one part, and we work on it daily. We work on our mindset daily, guys. Thanks for participating. Let me know if you have questions in the comment section. I will be checking it all day long. And you guys, stay fit, stay healthy, be happy. I will see you tomorrow. Have an awesome day.